I'm not trying to invalidate it, but
okay. So as much as I love the whole Tracy Letts part and the bookends of that, I was sad because I thought at the end, I'm like, oh, good, she's not going to end it with being saved by the man or getting the man. But then she does, and I'm like, well,
in the story.
But yeah, isn't he appearing at the very end where they're at the school? Like it implies they're together and he's...
No, I don't
really?
recall. No, I mean, that's the whole point is that, the guy's going like, gotta get a lady married,
and then she chases him.
Well, in the story. That's the story.
But
not in real life.
Isn't the very ending scene of her at the school and they have the cake? I can't remember.
I don't know, but Friedrich wasn't there.
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yes, he was with students. And she goes by him and pats him on the back or something.
Oh, well, but which then raises the question, though, is it just that he says no, but then he goes... So I guess there's that.
It's open-ended.
That's the end. So, but is there anything to really show that they are married?
True. I didn't see rings on fingers.
Right. No, I mean, but that's the thing.
That's true. We didn't see a ceremony.
The story is he goes, and what if she chases him? She goes, "How about this? How about you teach at my school?"
Okay.
And
all right, I like that because I'll tell you, it's the Eat, Pray, Love syndrome. I don't know if you ever read that book.
I didn't. I started the book and I.
Okay. Well, so much has happened to that author since that it sort of nullifies it. But when it originally came out, the book, I'm reading it, going, "Wow, look at this woman," because I'm somewhat independent. I certainly would like a man in my life, but I have not found one that I can run equally with instead of this sort of like oppressive and meshing and whatever, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm always looking for that independent, like, look what this person did on their own. Right. But I still want to find someone, trust me, but it just... Right. Okay. No,
but
anyway,
I'm right there with you on the other thing.
Eat, Pray, Love is this woman, like, going...
all over...
worldwide traveling and finding herself, and then she ends up marrying a photographer at the end, and I'm like, what?
Right.
Like, you just killed my whole...
No, I agree.
And I felt like this happened in the movie, but I love your take on it, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I was just like, oh, darn it, here we go again with a guy.
No, I mean,
I like your take, because it fits her character more.
Right, well, and that's Louisa May Alcott, too. Right. She never got married. Right. Like, the story is, and you can feel that there is...
I feel so much better.
The story is definitely very semi-autobiographical. Like, she had 3 sisters. One of them died of scarlet fever.
Right.
That's the story pretty much. And she grew up in Concord, Massachusetts, and all of that. And you can feel that this is sort of like, that's probably what happened. Is she took, like, here's the story, and it's like, well, she doesn't end up with the guy, chomping on a cigar going, the lady's got to wind up getting married. Who's going to buy this? Like,
make some cookies.
Okay, wow. Right. I mean, and that's where I was just like,
glad.
Of course. So she did the thing, and it's almost like, you can almost feel like Greta doing that, of like, I want the real story of Joe. Well, but the real story in the book is that, and so I feel like she did such a wonderful job of bridging that. Okay. And like sort of saying like, and and artists do have to make choices, and like if you want to actually, you can be artistic within these sort of sociological constraints and stuff. And
I like your take. I'm so glad to talk to you, because
I mean, I viewed it as a very feminist movie. And can we just take a moment to say, I've heard a lot of people saying like, well, no men are going to see this movie because blah, and I just want to be like, well, then men are stupid, because this isn't a movie about just women or girls or what. Like, it's a human story.
Oh, I agree.
And like, newsflash, women are humans.
Right.
Like, I just loved this, and I felt so connected to these people, to everyone in the story. I thought Laurie was a punk. I thought Amy was terrible, but was sort of properly... I thought that with the story of breaking up Amy's story, the whole story, Amy is much less of a monster, I feel like when she burns the book.
Sure.
And you see her sort of penance, and like, and then when Joe saves her in the river, like, I can remember sort of in the last movie sort of being like, just don't go back. Let her drown.
No, I know. No, and I love the family dynamics of the movie, and even like Meryl Streep's character, how you always have
how do we
an
go
aunt
this far
or,
without talking about Meryl Streep
right.
too? Like that's what I think is the power
and I think
of this
it was
movie,
great
these
because
performances.
I don't know about you if you've ever had these family experiences. It seems like it happens less now. But like I remember getting not chosen for be a flower girl in a family wedding, but my cousins did, the girls, and I was so hurt. Like, why not me? And so I totally appreciated that family dynamic of Meryl deciding you're the one I'm choosing. I'm putting all my money on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I love Meryl Streep in it.
Meryl Streep was great,
Yes.
and I mean she's great in everything.
And it
but
shows her humility. She doesn't need to be the star.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the thing. Like she, like her Meryl Streepness didn't overflow. But I want, like, I think now's the time too to talk about sort of with Amy and Meryl Streep. But like Florence Pugh, wow, she is a rocket. She is so good in this. I like her. She was totally believable as an obnoxious 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
And totally believable as, you know, the sort of beautiful, burgeoning 20-year-old ingenue.
Right.
I just
stubborn
thought...
still, right.
I just thought...
I thought she was good. However, now we can kind of go zippity over into the Oscar nominations.
Bifurcate again. Okay.
That I felt very, very sad that some other actresses were overlooked for Best Supporting. That I thought had to act more, show more of a range than she did. For instance, two people in Uncut Gems, Julia Fox and Idina Menzel.
Well,
I think their performances...
Uncut Gems got totally shut out.
I know,
right? Yeah.
but I'm just saying there are other women, and even ScarJo. Did she need 2 nominations? I mean, I think some of these people could have been substituted out.
Yeah, well, I will say, I think ScarJo, she's going to win.
She's going to get something.
She's going to win Best Supporting for Jojo Rabbit. Like, I just feel like that was that. But they also, she was phenomenal in Marriage Story.
She really was.
She was phenomenal.
And I think people are discounting her in that for some reason. When she really, I forgot who she was in that movie because she was stripped down. She was not.
Right. No, I thought she was. Yeah, she was fantastic. Everyone, the whole movie is just great. Yeah, I mean, so I guess there's So, can you give us the rundown of who got nominated, and then
for best
supporting actress?
Best supporting, okay. She was.
I'll try and pull it up quickly.
Kathy Bates for Richard Jewell.
Okay, that's the one where I would be most upset about that.
She was good.
She's great. She's great, but like.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like, really? Do we need that? I mean, Kathy's got hers. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else. So it's Scarlett, Florence. Is Saoirse? No, Saoirse's lead.
best. Yeah, she's best lead, best actress. Margot Robbie for Bombshell.
Oh, now that's really good. Have you seen that?
No, not yet. But
Okay.
I have heard that hers is the best performance. Even more so than Charlize's.
It really stood out.
And then Laura Dern in Marriage Story.
Okay.
Ooh, I think that's a 2-person race.
Yeah,
I think it's Scarlett or Laura Dern.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like Laura Dern actually might win that, and I feel like Scarlett might win Best Actress.
Yeah, you might be right.
Because I don't know, because Scarlett was great.
She really was.
Let's see, who's the other Best Actresses? So you got Charlize Theron, Renee Zellweger. That's right, for Judy. Did you see that?
She was good.
She was great, and I've heard a lot of people saying that's.
She really had to pour her whole soul in that.
There seems to be now. I'm going off the top of my head, but I feel like there's something with, and this seems to always happen in the Best Actress category, not necessarily in the Best Actor category, but it always seems like there's this this thing where you give the Best Actress
to who had to change themselves the most?
Okay, well that's a whole other thing. But this Best Actress seems to go to someone in their sort of 40s, early 50s, who does a really great performance in a not very good movie.
Right. Who won last year? I feel bad.
So the one I always think of is like Julianne Moore winning the one that she won for. And it's...
What was it? Ask Alice? No. Or no, the Alice one where she has Alzheimer's?
Yes, the one where...
Which I can't remember.
Right, because it's a terrible movie. It's not a good movie.
Right.
And like Bombshell is not overall a very good movie. Like it's...
No, it's not. There's too many characters, first
right.
of all.
I mean, it's so like...
But
they're
Margot
just
stands out, for sure.
And I mean, maybe it's just I'm just thinking of the Julianne Moore one, but I just definitely feel like there's something, and it seems to be in the Best Actress, not necessarily in the Best Actor movie. And I almost feel it's like there's like almost like a pat on the head sort of quality to it, which pisses me off.
I think Margot Robbie at this point almost has that.
Which, first of all,
catalog of performances that she deserved. Like I, Tonya, she was amazing.
Yeah, she was great in that. I thought she was. I mean, I didn't.
All right, so what's the scoop of all these movies? Hi, Don Cook.
Hi, Don.
Right. Don is a customer at our bookstore who came in, and Don, didn't you say about Little Women? Too fast, too much.
Yeah.
Okay. He said too many scenes, too fast.
Too much flashback.
Yeah. So, sorry. We're not getting it. This was not a plan.
Like, no, they're ganging up on me.
If you're younger, you can handle it.
Yeah.
Did you like 1917?
I didn't see it yet.
I think we're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked it. A little tedious, but I think that's what he's trying to do. You're walking through foxholes.
Sure.
And after a while, you're saying, when the hell's he getting to the end?
Right. And I'm sure they felt that way too.
Right, yeah.
Which I think is the whole point.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the guys in my building, he's an Academy Award. He votes on it.
Sure.
Yeah, member of the Academy or whatever. And he hasn't seen it yet, but I asked him, so where was it filmed? And he said, I think an island off of Scotland.
Island off of Scotland, huh?
Well, I waited through 1,000 credits at the end to find out where it was filmed.
Where was it
and
filmed?
It only says in UK and Scotland.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, it's based on a story that the wrestler's grandfather.
Yeah, that his grandfather. That Sam Mendes' grandfather would tell him.
So
Okay.
it bothers me a little bit. There's no epilogue.
Right.
Doesn't tell you who the guy was.
Oh, yeah. You want some
Did
more.
he get any awards?
You want some
How
more
many people
facts.
did he save?
Right.
But maybe he didn't know.
But maybe that's the point of the story. Maybe that there are so many stories like this, these unsung heroes in war. Yeah.
Right. War is hell.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I wanted some.
I know.
Right. Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, thanks, Don.
But I thought it was
Now you're on our podcast. That's right.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
I tell you my favorite movie so far. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I liked it too.
Totally agree. Well, I was going to say,
Marriage Story
we were
too.
talking about Margot Robbie. I thought her performance, she was sort of the most magnetic.
She was.
She just lit up the screen.
And she didn't really have to speak much to
Right.
do it.
Right. I mean, and you can just say she just had to stand there and look beautiful, which she does great. But to the way she embodied that thing of what Sharon Tate was at that time, of the promise of this, the balance of her character versus Leo's character, where he's dealing with the mortality of his career, the waning. He's doing these spaghetti westerns and these terrible movies, which is what a lot of guys at that age did in the late '60s, early '70s. But and I mean, and it's that. I just thought that was, I just thought she was magnetic in that. Like she just.
And she was great in Bombshell too.
Yeah, she got the award.
That's good. I mean, it's good to see her in it for sure.
And how about Parasite? Have you seen that?
No, that's one I really want to see.
I like it.
Did you see it?
It's up at Parkway 8 now, so I'll go see it.
Oh, okay.
Go see it.
The one I'm disappointed with, Uncut Gems. I thought that was a pretty good movie.
I thought it was fantastic.
Shut out,
I know. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. I know. All right. Thanks, Don. Don cooked, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Walk by special guest.
I know. This is good. We could be like Billy on the street. They just come to us.
It's very organic. I love it.
All right. So where were we? I think we've covered it, and I feel better about Little Women having talked to you. Seriously.
Did we cover? You said you had your big points.
I did.
We
covered them all.
The zigzag. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So. All right, so let's talk about what's exciting coming up that you want to see.
1917. I guess that was kind of perfect timing. Yeah, so 1917 is sort of the big one that's out now that I want to see. I mean, I kind of want to catch up. I always sort of prided myself on seeing at least all of the Best Picture nominees.
I highly recommend Parasite.
And that's one that I really want to see.
If movies win for best film, I won't mind if it's Parasite. I'll be totally happy. Again, even though one of my
can we take a quick aside and talk about the sort of, I'm surprised at the most nominations going